Is that okay? Just speak to your press.
Promise.
Good afternoon, everybody. So first off, I want to apologize for being late. I was rudely reminded this morning of what my commute used to be when I was a student here from Brooklyn. I also was reminded that during my time here as a student, I was not particularly beloved by the administration. So why not maintain tradition?
Right.
So, I actually wrote some remarks. I'm sorry, I'm having a really bad allergy day. This is all allergies.
It's all right, Mama.
So, the annual cost of attendance at Columbia has increased by more than $35,000 since the year 2000. I'm sure you've heard about that this morning. The average Columbia student leaves with $30,000 in debt. That was me, and it took me over 20 years to pay that back. Many leave with a lot more. This is a problem that students face across the country. Rather than using federal funds to actually implement something like free college for all, the government subsidizes private institutions like Columbia. The power of students to elevate social justice issues is not always emphasized enough in the history of movements. Columbia is no stranger to this. As we celebrate the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. this weekend, we should also lift and draw upon the Columbia Student Uprising of 1968, where students and teachers protested a proposed gym project that would have continued the university's land theft that pushed a then predominantly African American community into eviction and out of their homes. But in 1968, the students fought back. That protest led to major changes. More black students, an increase in black faculty members, and the creation of a Black Studies program.
That's right.
Eventually, the plans to develop a new gym was also dropped. These blueprints are important to remind us that when we fight for and with the people, we win.
Yes.
Columbia's newest expansion project into Harlem has displaced thousands of residents. The rising tuition costs are used to fund this new $6.3 billion campus. Despite being a private institution, Columbia uses eminent domain to seize property from Harlem residents. Columbia has also worked with the NYPD on a multi-million-dollar surveillance project to arrest over 100 Harlem residents to make space for this new campus. This Ivy imperialism remains a symbol and a stain of how our education institutions use federal and local tools to divide neighborhoods that have been built by black and brown people who often do not have the resources to fight back. That imperialism is not only in our land, but in the secret spaces where access to education is determined. Millennials have experienced not one, but two economic depressions. Gen Z is faced with compounded responsibilities in the midst of several crises, and debt is crippling our prospects for the future. Affordable education is a must for us to move forward. And that goes for private and public institutions, especially those that benefit from government resources and subsidies and have contributed to the economic disenfranchisement of black and brown communities due to land theft. I stand here in solidarity with students today as an alumni and as someone who believes in the power of community. I am running to be the first Afro-Latina mayor of New York City because I believe that we are at a critical intersection in our country's history, and we must make a moral and political commitment to not go back. I am not promising to manage New York City back to normal. I am committing to creating a new New York City that has never existed before.
Yeah!
One that truly partners with, centers, and elevates the voices of community members who have have been left behind, who have been disenfranchised, and who have been too long ignored. Partner with me in order to make that kind of change. We are working towards a radical reimagining of New York City. My name is Dianne Morales. You can follow us at Dianne, 2 N's, the number 4 NYC on any social media handle. And if you're interested in getting involved, please visit us at dianne.nyc. Thank you so much, and power to the students.